Yes, I proposed to my husband, bought his ring, bought his suit, paid for my dress, paid for my wedding ring, and then, girl, he asked me for a divorce. Welcome to episode 3 of Rebuilding My Finances.
What did you think was gonna happen? How did you see this playing out after you paid for your whole wedding and you proposed to a man? How he didn't want you from before. That's why he didn't propose to you, girl. And that's why we need better friends. Because if I was your friend, I would have been like, get you. If a man is not proposing to you, do not then take it upon yourself as a woman. I promise you, the man that is for you, the man that God has prepared for you, he's not going to be confused. He doesn't need any prompts from you. You don't need to get on one knee. He is already in pursuit of you. You just need to be ready to receive him when he get there.
What's up, vibers? It's your girl Jamay, and if you're new here, this is Amazing Vibes, and on this channel we talk about inspiration, beauty, and lifestyle. So today we're going to talk about a pretty hot topic, and that is women proposing to men. Now, I want to say, y'all know me by now, it's none of my business, okay? But I do want to talk to you a few minutes from a society standpoint and viewpoint, especially when it comes to traditional roles. Now, understand that there are some people who take a more non-traditional approach to things. And hey, if that's what you want to do and you don't care about what society thinks, do you. But me personally, I would not do it. I would not get down on one knee and propose to a man. And this is coming from the most pig Misha type woman that y'all probably would ever lay eyes on. An ex-pick me, let's be clear. But when I was a child and in my younger adulthood, I would chase boys and I would chase men because I did not love myself. I had low self-esteem. My self-esteem was in the toilet and I did not know how to validate myself. So I sought validation in what I thought was love from outside sources like boys and from men. And they can pick up on that desperate energy, and that will put you in a position for them to mistreat you. And that is something that I had to learn the hard way. So that's why I would advise against it. And again, coming from a society standpoint and a traditional standpoint, whether biblically or non-biblically, the role of a man is to be the provider. He's supposed to go out and work and bring home the bacon. And the woman normally stays home and takes care of the home, whether she's working or not. But I understand nowadays you have women that go out and work and men stay home. And if that's what you want to do in your relationship, there's no judgment from me. Do whatever works for your relationship. But again, from a society standpoint, it just doesn't look good. It makes the woman look very desperate, and it looks like it makes the man the prize. And if you want to have a more traditional marriage or relationship, I would advise against it. I would advise against you ladies getting down on one knee and proposing to a man. And I would advise the men to not accept a proposal from a woman. Again, that's if you want a traditional relationship, because you have to think about it. And this is someone who is so tired of hearing about femininity and masculinity, but I have to talk about it in this video. It's going to put the woman in a masculine position if she's getting down on one knee and proposing to a man. And it's going to put the man in a feminine position. Now, some women are okay with being more masculine and some men are okay with being more effeminized. But at the end of the day, if you're a woman, you want to be in a feminine role, and you're a man, you want to be in a masculine role, then I would advise you to do it the traditional way. And that's having the man propose to a woman and a woman accepting the proposal. Because whether we like it or not, subconsciously, many people believe that the man is in control of who he wants to pick as his spouse. And consensually, the woman is in control of who she allows access to her body. That is just what it is. Now, if you want a traditional role for the most part, but you're willing to be a woman and propose to a man, or you're a man and you're willing to accept a proposal by a woman, it's probably not going to work out that way. Because you have to understand, for the woman, the man may be thinking, okay, she's getting down on one knee. She's proposing to me. I'm the prize. Okay, so is she going to pay for the rest of the rings? Is she going to pay for the wedding? Is she going to go home and work and bring home the bacon and I can stay home with the kids? and I can be pampered, because a lot of men think like that these days. They want to be pampered. They want to be showered with gifts and flowers. They want to stay home with the kids. Now, they don't want to go out and work. And that's why I say, again, if that's what you want to do in your relationship, just make sure that both parties are understanding of that, of what it is, and are accepting of that. And then for the man, she's going to go out and bring home the bacon, but you got to understand that you're now going to be in the subservient role, even though biblically both people are supposed to be submitting to one another. But traditionally, it's like a one-sided submission for some reason. It's supposed to be the woman submitting to the man traditionally, and the men don't want to submit to a woman, but that's not how it's supposed to be, but that's how things have been twisted now. So as a man, you have to understand, if she's bringing home the bacon and you're staying home with the kids, then she's going to be able to be in control of everything and tell you what to do. Because whether you like it or not, whoever has the money has the control. And that's why most men don't like independent women, because they can't control them. Because when you have your own money and your own mind, no one can stop you. No one can control you. So that's why a lot of men like the women to stay home with the kids and don't work, so they can control them and tell them what to do and treat them any kind of way, because they know they don't have a say-so and they have no way out. So once again, if you want a more traditional role, then I encourage you to do things the traditional way. If you don't care about societal norms, if you're not into the Bible, I totally understand that, and you want to do things, a non-traditional way, then you're going to do what you want to do. But I just wanted to give y'all that caveat and put things out there that if you're going to go in with these non-traditional expectations and roles, then you got to know what it is. Now, if you even come up with your own rules to where the woman's bringing home the bacon and the man's staying home with the kids, and then y'all have equal duties and it works for y'all, more power to y'all. More power to y'all. But for the most part, that's not normally how it works. If y'all can find a way to make it work, kudos to y'all. But I feel like the woman is going to start getting burned out and getting tired, because we're not really equipped or made to be going out working these long jobs, working these long hours and things like that. But I honestly feel like I don't know if that's going to be sustainable, because most times the women, especially as we get older, we're going to get tired of going out and working. We're more nurturing. We want to stay home with our children and spend time with our children and make a home life that's comfortable for our kids. Because that's not only a role of a woman, but innately we're very nurturing, and that's what we want to do. Innately, we don't want to go out and have to provide. Innately, that's what men want to do. Men want to go out and provide. They are hunters. That's in their nature. So again, kudos to you if that's what you can do. But I don't know if it's going to be sustainable, and I'm not trying to encourage anyone. It may work for a few years, but you may end up getting tired of doing that. You may want to spend more time with your children, ladies or men. You might get bored being home with the kids, and you might want to go out and get some money. And nobody wants to really sit home and feel like they don't have a purpose in life. Not that mothers don't have a purpose. I think that's one of the number one most beautiful purposes in life of a woman, is to be a mother, to bring life into this world and to be able to nurture your children. And I understand that some women, they don't have that. They don't want kids. They don't want to nurture children. They may want to nurture their life in other ways. They may just want to nurture their husband. They may just want to nurture themselves. So everyone is different. I don't want to keep being redundant. But again, if you want to have the more traditional roles, if you think, I just want to give you something to think about long term down the road. If you feel like you may get tired of working and want to really spend time with your kids, then I just encourage you to take more of the traditional role and don't get down on one knee and propose to a man, because it really can be a snowball effect and snowball into some of the things that I've talked about. But anyways, I've gone ahead and created a compilation of TikTok videos showing you women getting down on one knee, proposing to the man, and the men's reactions. Some of them are okay with it. Some of them really aren't feeling it. So that's another thing to think about, ladies. Even if you do that and you show your love to a man, they may not be feeling that. Some men just string women along. Some men may accept even though they don't want to. Maybe they don't want to hurt your feelings, or maybe they feel like if they lose you, they'll lose a lot of benefits of having you. And I'm not saying that the traditional way everything is going to be perfect. If y'all haven't watched my video on romanticization versus the reality of marriage, please go take a look at that video. That video is doing numbers. Last I checked, we were at, I think, 30 or 31,000 views. So I want to say thank you to everyone who's already watched. If you have not watched, go ahead and watch that video. It is really blowing up on my channel. And I saw that to say, like, traditional roles, that just because you take a traditional role does not mean that that's going to work out. Some of the most heinous things have happened in traditional marriage. So, and if you want to avoid that and you think going the non-traditional route is the best route, I totally understand that. I totally understand that mindset. So, but yeah, I feel like I've talked y'all's head off long enough. Just sit back and relax and watch the videos. And until next time, just know that you're so amazing and continue to vibe high.
I asked them where they get him to me. This is his daughter. She said yeah. His mama said yeah. His sister said yeah.
거의 걔도 걸로 버린다니. 엔지라라 우타이 되오나. 아티스트 엔지라라 우타오.
Yes.
Start with the napkin.
Give me the napkin.
Okay.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Smile. Look happy.
1, 2, 3.
I'm still hungry.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, now holding hands.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. Get out of here, bro. Get out of here. Stop it. Yo, you better stop.
Can I talk? Can I talk? Why are you walking away?
You're kidding, right?
It's for Kate Jewelers.
12 damn long years, and this man hasn't sat down on one knee to ask you to marry him. Should be every sign you need to know this man doesn't want to marry you, right? And by you getting down on one knee gives you all the answers that you need to leave that man. I am just saying. Even poor guy was thrown off by the proposal. I am shooketh on the fact. Can we stop proposing to these men and hold these men accountable for proposing? I'm just saying, is chivalry like dead or something? Like, what are your guys' thoughts? Is this cute or just crazy?
I just...
This is cringe. Did y'all see the man that's going viral because his girlfriend proposed to him? I'm sorry.
Ladies, I'm sorry. Hold my hand when I say this. If that man sees you as his wife, he is going to take the necessary steps to make you his wife. I would rather drag my badge on concrete before I get on one knee and ask somebody's son to marry me. No, not at all. Not at all. I thought we learned our lesson seeing Jim Jones and Chrissy do this. I mean, are they married? Because I don't think they are. Still, after she put a ring on it. For me, the answer is no. The answer is absolutely not. Because what are we doing? Why? Listen, ladies, I love y'all. Please stop. Let these men be men. We do not have to be that strong, independent, I can do everything all the time person. Let that man be a man. And if he ain't meant for you, let it be that. Don't ask that man to marry you. You gonna pay for the wedding too? Girl, stop doing that.
You need to look. I want back again. This passion side I can't run from self. Stay in my arms if you dare. Must I imagine that I have nothing if I don't have you. Cedric, I know we haven't been knowing each other that long, and I know that you really said you really didn't want to be in a real relationship, but I feel as if my connection with you has been genuine, and I just feel like I want to ask you a question. It's not normal that a woman comes to a man to propose, but I just feel as if you're my guy, and I know it. So I just want to ask you, would you marry me, Cedric?
You're a good woman. You're a good person, and I know your family and everything here, and I know how much you care for me. I know how much you feel. I know what you feel about me. But I can't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Is it ever appropriate for a woman to propose to a man? Or have we just gotten so stuck in societal norms that seeing something like this just freaks people out? I'm gonna play the clip and then we can chat about it. It's what you do. The comments on this particular post went completely crazy, so let's read a few. I just want to preface that majority of this is coming from women themselves. It says, I'd rather count grains of sand at the beach twice. Someone said, I would rather paint a house with nail polish. She gave him the proposal of her dreams. And your friends didn't stop you? He looked so embarrassed. Girl, stand up. I'd rather mop the ocean. I looked away as if it was a graphic scene. Everyone, including him, were begging her to get up. My parents would die of shame. Congrats. Poor girl, her dream proposal, she had to make it a reality. Everyone who encouraged you to do this are your enemies. And then lastly, call me old school, but hell no. So like I said, it begs the question, are we just living in old school reality and traditions, or is this something that really defines a relationship to people? Most people do see a proposal coming from a man, and this has always been a huge topic of conversation, controversial, because people believe that the man should be the one to commit to the woman. Most women are emotionally ready before a man even is. So when we see proposals come from women, typically it's coming from a place of thinking the man is not ready, and so the woman is like, well, I'm ready, so you either say yes or no and commit to me now, which obviously is not really a good start to an engagement or even a marriage. But in addition, people go back to the traditional role, which is if he wanted to, he would.